Welcome to game two between your Lassen College Cougars and the College of the Redwoods Corsairs. Lassen won big in game one, and taking the mound for the Cougars for the start in game two is Danny May. Lassen is back to being the home team after being a visitor because of Redwoods giving up home field advantage because of the conditions of their field. Redwoods is a place where you only have to go to once, so if the weather doesn't accommodate your games, they often have to trade home and homes, which is what happened here. Danny May is a 1-1 on the year with a 6.65 ERA. He's pitched 21 and 2/3 of an inning, striking out 16 and walking only 9. He's a fastball, curveball, changeup guy with decent velocity. Cougars need to be good early and let the bullpen take over late. So that'll bring the leadoff batter up for Redwoods. Number 24, Gavin Dansby, playing center field. He had one hit in the first game.
Yep.
First pitch, fastball, ball one. Sometimes Danny May gets into trouble when he pushes the ball to the plate, but when he lets it go, it can be a good fastball. 1-0 pitch, one hop to Cripps, across the diamond to Cook, out number one. Dansby's in the book on a 5-3.
Oh, it's so much better.
That'll bring up Raul Soto Romero. Romero tries to bunt a ball to the third baseman. It rolls foul. Count goes to 0-1. Romero had a double and a single in game one, scored a run, and the 0-1 delivery from May. Fastball grounded, two-hopper to second, backhanded by Rackham. Throws over to first for out number two. That'll bring to the plate number 7, Blake Browning. Hey, can I get game twos? Is that it right there?
Yeah.
No, for Redwoods. Oh, pitch. Fastball jammed him. Slow roller at the middle. Again, rounded off by Rackham. Throws a Cook. Help on the stretch. Kept his foot on the bag, and out number 3. At the end of half an inning, 0-0. So on the bottom of the first, Redwoods pitcher Grant Lazari, number 5, has a 6.66 ERA and a 1-5 record in 24 and a third innings. Leading off for the Cougars will be shortstop number 2, Jack Ingraham.
Yes, shooter.
Jack had 1 hit, scored a couple runs in game 1. And a great job by Danny May, Lassen starting pitcher in the top half of the inning, getting 3 weak ground balls in order. The 0-0 pitch to Ingraham on the way. Fastball, ball 1, low and away. No, not again. Is that mine? That's
Yes, sir, baby.
Ground ball, fastball in, base hit, left field. Ingraham starts off the top of the bottom of the first with a base hit, nobody on. All sorts of things could go on now. We could steal a bag. We could short game. Caden Stutzman, the batter, had a couple hits last game. Can short game, can run. So all sorts of options for the Cougar offense right now. 0-0 pitch on the way. Ball up and away. The runner didn't run, and the batter did not show bunt. So, Coach
First and second.
Avila opting maybe to let his hitters swing away. Or maybe just give him 1 pitch and then hit. The 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. Again, no steal, no short game. So with a 2-0 count, if he hasn't done it on the first 2 pitches, I doubt if there'll be any short game here, but a steal a second still might be in order. Ingraham with a lead. Ticking for ball 3. .3-0 from Lazari. Strike call 3-1. Stutzman showed bunt on 3-0, which is a bit peculiar because nobody's going to bunt 3-0 with no outs at the top of the first. So now it's 3-1. Good time to run. Lazari's pitching play. Ingraham does run. Strike 2 called on Stutzman. The throw goes into center field. Ingraham gets up but cannot advance to third, nor should he have. It might have been a close play, but you don't want to make the first out of third. So unless it's 100% sure that you're safe, you're not going to take that base. So now we have 3-2 to Stutzman with Ingraham at second and no outs. The 3-2 on the way. Breaking ball popped up to short. Now the second baseman calls him off. Out number 1 is P4 by Stutzman. Ingraham stays at second. That'll bring up Matt Scher. Scher had 3 hits in the opener. Good time to stay hot right now. Ingraham bouncing around at second. Pitcher giving him 2-3 looks. The pitch is Scher. Fastball up, a call to strike. Really big lead by Ingraham at second base. Lazari looks. Doesn't look, no looks at second. Breaking ball. Ball 1. Makes count 1-1. Sometimes a no look at second is effective because the runner's timing your looks. If you don't give him one, it's hard for him to time it. There's a 1 look by Lazari to the plate. Breaking ball, bunted down the third base line. Foul by Scher. The runners will go back, and sure, we'll have a 1-2 count to deal with. Both Danny May and Lasseri are working at a slower tempo than the two starting pitchers of game one. Ingram with a huge lead. Tried to time it, but got set off a little bit and went back. As Lasseri throws ball two. Now the count 2-2 to Sure. There's nobody holding him on at second. It's a bit odd. Ingram's still timing him. Second baseman comes in late. The pitch hits. Sure with a fastball in. Sure gets a freebie. Runners go to first and second. That'll bring first baseman number 21 Cook to the plate. Jacob had a good first game. Had some hard contact outs, as well as a double and a single. Big time for a hit right now. Fastball taken up and away for ball one. A lot of time in between pitches, both pitchers. And Lasseri's delivery, the 1-0, taken for ball two. Coach Avila goes through a series of signs. Be a weird time to run with a left-handed batter up and third base open. Runner stays still. Cook takes a breaking ball up, called strike for 2-1. Shortstop now holding Ingram a little bit more. And the no-look pitch. Fly ball center field. It's camped underneath it. Ingraham is not tagging. The ball's caught, relayed in. Out number 2. It'll bring Zach Rackham to the plate. Rackham had a tough first game offensively, but made 2 spectacular defensive plays in the first inning of this game. He got some power with a couple home runs on the season. And the 0 pitch. Breaking ball hit deep to right center field, but the right fielder's there and makes the catch, inning over. At the end of 1 full. Zeros. Danny May out for a second inning of work. He got 3 weak ground balls in the first inning. And he'll be facing Cam Whitty, catcher for Redwoods. First pitch, fastball away, ball 1. And when we talk about tempo and what pitchers keep, There's several ways you keep good tempos by throwing a lot of strikes and getting a lot of balls in play and working fast in between pitches. Danny May is just very legitimate in between pitches. If that tempo works for him, that's what you want. If it stops working for him, you might need to speed him up a little bit. But right now, he was very deliberate in between pitches, whereas more of a Chappell is very quick in between pitches. So the 1-0 fastball called strike, 1-1. Sorry, 2-1? 2-1, my mistake. The 2-1 delivery from May. Up, 3-1. Pitchers hate pitching in 3-1, 2-0 counts, and pitching coaches hate calling the pitch in that count. But you have to make a good pitch to the side of the plate that the guy's not real good at because he's going to be swinging. Fastball in, ball 4. So on that 3-1 pitch, you're looking for one pitch in one spot. And that guy did not get his spot, so he took it for ball 4. That brings shortstop Zach Cole to the plate. Short game probably in order here. Cole had one base hit in game 1. May holds the ball. They shows bunt, pulls back ball in the dirt for ball 1. Whitty at first base, not much of a base running threat. The 1-0 pitch, he's showing sacrifice, and it's fouled off. Again, an oddity. It's a sacrifice bunt, and the runner is running out of the box with the ball being foul when it should be down on the ground in front of him. Then you leave the box. They want you to be out. That's why it's called a sacrifice. He was to get on base and kind of destroys the purpose of the play. Counts 1-1. Modest lead at first base. Holds the ball, shows bunt. Now he bunts it down the first base line. Foul. That ball looked up and in like he should have been taken for a ball. But the count goes to May's favor at 1-2. Not a whole lot of people bunt with 2 strikes. I have called it several times in my career, but usually not 0-0 in the top of the second inning. So the 1-2 pitch is on the way. Pick off instead. Not sure if that was called from the bench or it was optional by the pitcher. 1-2, not the ideal time to run. And with a guy with 1 stolen base on the year, equally no reason to run. He holds the ball, another pick, back in, standing up. Yeah, he only has 1 attempt stealing on the year, and he was thrown out. Below average lead at first. The 1-2 pitch by May. Fastball low and away. Driving the count to 2-2. Looks at the runner once, twice, comes set. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fastball in, foul down the left field line. Runner will come back. Count remains 2-2. Is this thing making it to me? Or you don't know this shit. We'll do 2-2 all over again. The pitch. Breaking ball up. Gets away from the catcher, and the runner will advance. He's ill-advised throw to second. Cut off by Ingraham. Count goes to 3-2. Now the runner at second base, no outs. To the batter, Cole. Again, if you're Redwoods, you do want a ground ball to the right side minimum. And there's the pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. So after a great first inning by May, getting 3 weak ground balls, he comes out in the second and walks the first 2 batters. Rogers, the batter, first baseman. Rogers is 1 for 4 in the first game. The bunt is in order again. He shows, pulls back, called strike. So he showed drag bunt and pulled it back and took a strike. Cook was crashing hard from the first base side. This will be a hard, atchy defense with the third baseman only charges on a ball hit, bunted hard right at him. Pitcher has the entire left side to cover, and the first baseman is crushing hard. 2 looks at second. The pitch shows bunt again. Bunted back to May. Catcher calls for a ball to first. Okay, so the ball could have gone to third. I don't know where the catcher called for it to go, but May went to throw to third, arm faked, threw back to first, slightly pulling Cook off the bag, and could not get back to the bag for the out. That's going to go as an E1 and load the bases for Redwoods. Coach will ask the umpires to talk and see if the home plate umpire had a better look at the tag than the base umpire. They talked, decided he didn't have a better look, that it will go as a no tag and an E1. So now the bases are loaded. And the batter's Nyberg. He takes first pitch for a ball, 1-0. So again, Danny May with a brilliant first inning is a bit imploding right now with 2 walks and an error, and it was his error. So the 1-0 is on the way. Fastball right down the middle. Called a strike even though Davenport dropped it. A lot of umpires won't call a pitch a strike if the catcher doesn't catch it. It's still a strike. It's a good call, but some just won't. And the 1-1's on the way. In the top block by Davenport. Ball gets the backstop. Here comes the runner. He'll be in with no throw, and the runners advance to second and third. So on the wild pitch, Redwood scores a run, and it advances the runners to second and third. And the umpire comes to talk to Coach Avila about something said. It's kind of a ridiculous time to do it, but nonetheless, now Danny May's out and could be in trouble at this point right now. 2 walks, an error, the 0-0. Here comes the push to score. Here comes Cook to play the plate. He doesn't make the play. It's too late. And the Corsairs score a second run on a push bunt with no outs. Now they have first and third, 2 runs in. That goes as a fielder's choice in the book. And Frank's out on his way to the mound. He's calling the infield in, which usually will mean that there's not going to be a change in the pitcher as of yet, but you never know. Danny struggled this inning, and really, other than that last play where Cook went to the plate when he should have gone to first, has been pretty self-induced with the 2 walks in the air. So Coach Villa will go out there and talk to his team and get them to settle down. I'm sure he'll say last game was last game. We got to play another 9 innings of good, solid baseball and not just take it for granted. We're going to roll it out and win. First and third, no outs, and College 2 runs across. I'm sure Coach Avila made a first and third play call while he was out there. Davenport communicates it with the rest of the infield. Infield a double play depth. I'm sure the corners will check home. Everybody else will turn to. Strazulo's up, playing left field. There's a pick to first base. Back safely, easily. May checks the runner again. The 0-0. Fastball right down the middle, taken for a strike. So both walks issued by May this inning have scored. The error is at third base, and there's a runner at first base on the push to score. The 0-1 pitch. Up and away, runner stealing. First and third cuts the ball off. And safe at second base. The runner did not break from third. So pretty sure it was a pre-designed play where the second base was going to cut the ball no matter what happened. He did, and the runner did not try to advance. So the ball was up. It's 1-1 now to Strazulo. Infield in the middle, still playing back. And the pitch. Fastball grounded short. That's going to score one run. It gets through to center field. It might score two. Here comes the plate. It's cut off by Cook. 2-run score on the. I don't believe Danny May is destined for this game very long. We're still at no outs. 4 runs in. Runner at first base.
Let's go, Dan. Get your ground ball, Dan. Come on now.
Pick off the first. Back easily. Brady Glenn, left-hander from Willows, is warming up in the bullpen for the Cougars. Mays 0-0. Try another bunt attempted. Up and in. Should hit him, but he fouled it off instead. May got a gift there. Let's take advantage of it, guys. Ty Turia, the third baseman, is the batter. He doesn't show bunt this time. Takes it for a ball, 1-1. This is only his second at bat of the season, and he was 0 for 1. He should be bunting. He shows it, bunts it foul again. So the count's 0-2. 0-2, 1-2. Sorry, 1-2. Runner still on first and still nobody out. 9-hole hitter up. The 1-2 on the way. Ground ball to Cook. Cook throws the Ingraham for one. On to first with the pitcher covering. Danny May pulled him off the bag. So the runner's going to be safe at first. Cook made a nice feed to Ingraham. Ingraham just pulled Danny May off the bag a little bit, letting the runner score. And Frank's on his way to the middle again, and that's going to be it for Danny May.
They didn't score, did they?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so.
There was a runner on first.
Yeah. J-Mac is Jack McDonald. Jack McDonald. Who's Jack McDonald?
You guys know what movie this is from?
Yes. It's off of
So the pitching change is made.
Yeah, Megan.
Jack McDonald is going to be the pitcher for the Cougars.
Now looking for the Cougars, number 22, Jack McDonald.
McDonald has a 5.52 earned run average and is 1-3 on the season. 11 appearances and 31 innings. He has over twice the amount of strikeouts as he does walks. So Coach Avillo's going with it right now as one of his main guys out of the bullpen. He wants to bring it into this before it gets any worse. Jack has a variety of pitches, average fastball, and he has what can be a sneak. He's all kind of elbows and butt and knees all going to the plate, and then all of a sudden the ball pops out of his hand doing a variety of things. So we're going to kind of need an extended outing out of him right now, with Danny May only pitching 1 1/3 innings. giving up 4 runs. Jack's wrapping up his warm-up pitches. Gavin Dansby will be the batter, leadoff batter. Crowner to third, his first time up. So it's 0-0, runner on first base, 1 out, 4 runs in. McDonald's delivery, fastball strike. Taken for a strike. McDonald's comes out of the bullpen and gets a hit right away, 0-1. Pick off to first, back easily. Bit of a deceptive move. I don't think that was his best move. It was more of a show-me move. Dansby the batter. Short lead. Back. Another pick. As the tempo kind of continues to drag here for the Cougars, and I know it's not the tempo they want to set. Again, with Danny May, he's just a deliberate guy in between pitches. I know McDonald wants to go get him, go quick, but the picks and everything else is slowing things down. Counts 0-1. Fastball. Called strike 2. Exactly what you want to see is your reliever come in and start pumping strikes. Pounding the strike zone. The count 0-2 now. And the pitch. Fastball swung in the middle of 3. That'll bring Raul Soto Romero to the plate, who grounded to second base his first at-bat. Gives a nice lefty-lefty matchup for the Cougs. They're playing Romero to be late in the outfield and pull on the infield. And the 0-0 on the way. Low and away, ball 1. One 0 pitch, hit him. 1-0 pitch, hit him. So Romero's on by the hit by pitch. And that'll bring up Blake Browning. And with this at bat, Redwoods would have batted through the order. Now something was said out of the Redwoods dugout, and the base umpire is having a little fit about it. So first and second, 2 outs. Browning the batter, and the 0-0 pitch. Low and away. Ball 1 out. Davenport's having trouble squeezing the ball behind the plate. Swing and a miss at the 1-0 offering. 1-1 to count. 2 outs, first and second. Redwoods has batted through the order in this 4-run second, and it's not over yet. 1-1 on the way. Low and in. 2-1. Outfield straight up, infield playing the pull. For the 2-1 pitch. He checks the runner at second and pitches. Base hit it pretty well to center field, and Sure makes a nice catch going back to end the inning and prevent any more runs from scoring. That ball was hit on the nose. And anybody will tell you the line drives right at an outfielder are the hardest ones for them to judge. So it was a nice play by Matt Sure. And nice job by McDonald coming out of the bullpen setting a different tempo and getting the Cougs out of there with no more damage. But at the end of 1.5, Redwoods 4, Lassen 0. Bottom of the second. Leading off for the Cougars, Nathan Rowley. Rowley came in the game as a late replacement. Had one, maybe two at bats, and played center field, made a nice catch in center field in the first 0-0 pitch. Breaking ball up, ball 1. Cougs need to answer here. They need to answer here. He shows bunt, pulls it back, fouled it off. I'm not quite sure what's going on out there, but foul ball. So an attempted bunt and went foul on a pitch that should have hit him, and the 1-1 pitch is on the way. He's swinging away, hits a fly ball to center field. He's underneath it, makes the catch, out number 1. That'll bring Curtis Lindsay to the plate, playing right field. Curtis ran a ball out of here in the first game. It was a line drive that got out in a hurry. He has that type of power, although he's missed. He has a few holes in his swing. He can run a ball out of the park. And here's the 0-0. Fastball taken up, ball 1. Breaking ball on 1-0, 1-1 count, taken for a strike. The 1-1 on the way. So he got jammed and dribbled the ball down the third base line. That finally rolls foul, making the count 1-2. Curtis behind 1-2. Breaking ball taken up, 2-2. Evens the count. Again, Lindsay struggling with the bat average-wise, but has a little bit of power. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, strike 3. Catcher blocks it, throws the first. There's out number 2. Bringing Caden Cribbs to the plate, playing third base. Caden had a couple hits in the first game and made a couple good defensive plays. The 0-0 up and away, ball 1. 2 outs in the Cougars' half of the second. Nobody on. And the 1-0 on the way. Fastball tied him up a little bit. 1-1. Caden's brother Chase played her a couple years ago and was having a good year. At his 4 years ago, I think he's got Monticello having a good year. Slider taken down and away, ball 2. And the 2-1. Taken low and away, ball 3. Ball 4. Oh, called. The exact same pitch as last one. This one called for a strike. Cripps started running to first. He's getting called back. Sometimes that'll make an umpire a little bit sore. But the 3-2 pitch to Cripps. Breaking ball. Loop to left field. And center fielder cuts it off in front of him for the final out of the inning. No runs for the Cougs after 2 full, 4-0 Redwoods.
They're my favorite.
Easy.
He hit a foul ball and stared him down. Yeah, we need at least one. Yes, going. Who's up? Davenport?
Cam now.
Not doing the only point.
Someone said there's no sound.
Maybe it's just her.
It's on.
Maybe it's just her.
So the Cougars have first and third. One out. Sure, the hitter. Tough guy to double off. So almost anything in play is going to score a run. Breaking ball in the dirt, goes to 2-0. Great opportunity for sure here to drive in a run. To get a good swing off. You got an average fastball guy behind in the count to a good hitter.
It's only 1 out.
2-0 on the way.
Yeah. There he
Fake,
goes. That's
fake
fine.
steal at first,
Oh,
but the ball was up and away, making it 3-0. Cougars looking to scratch out a run. The 3-1 pitch. Excuse me, 3-0 pitch.
Green light.
Hit well to left field. Sure is going to have at least a double. The Cougars will score 2 runs on this, and Sure is with a stand-up double, making the score 4-2.
3-0 green light. He gave him a green light. What do you do? He takes his sliding and goes like it's a. That's hard. Might have to use that next year. And then turns it to the
So there we go. Again, you fall down 3-0 to a 3-0 hitter. Francavilla gave him the green light, and he doubled off the left field wall, scoring 2 runs and putting the Cougs back in the game.
3-0 green light. Good fake, buddy.
The 0-0 pitch to Cook.
Score him. Switch places.
Fastball up and away, taken for a ball. Sure is a threat to run, but he has to get a great jump with the left-handed batter up. The path to throw to is clear. And the pitch. Ground ball to second base. Gets in between innings. Throws the ball away at first base. Cook's going to end up at second. Sure is going to end up scoring. And that's just a heartbreak play. That ball was dribbled to him. It's as routine gets with a below-average runner running. He bobbled it, threw it all the way at first, allowing the run to score and allowing Cook to get in the scoring position.
Sorry, man.
Goes as an error on the second baseman. And it's a brand new game.
Come on, Rackham.
That brings Rackham to the plate. Slide out to right field his first at bat. Breaking ball, taken for a ball. Still 1 out. Runner on second. Fastball in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at second base. Outfield playing relatively deep. Cook a below average runner, but can score with the depth of the outfield. Way up and way. The catcher had to jump to catch it. Making the count 2-1. Cook with a short lead. Fastball, bloop to right field, gonna go foul. 2-2 count.
I heard him say that. Come on, Rackham.
So here we go. Cook begins short lead at second.
Yeah.
Rackham the batter. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung and missed for the second out of the inning. Nathan Raleigh will be the batter. Flew out to center field his last at bat. We really need a 2-out knock right now. Curtis Lindsay on deck. And the 0-0 to Nathan Raleigh. Breaking ball, called strike. The pitcher, Lasseri, is giving a lot of looks to a runner at second that's not going to run. It's plain and simple. Very short, leading below average speed. And the pitch, breaking ball, knocked down by the pitcher. The ball's going to be kept,
He's there.
and it gets by the first baseman. So this is what happens. Okay, the pitcher knocks it down. The second baseman fields the ground ball, throws to first base in the dirt, allowing the runner to be safe. And that whole time, Cook did not break from third to home. Finally, somebody yelled loud enough where he decided to advance and score easily. So Rowley is on by an error by the second baseman, his second of the inning. And Cook finally scores, and the Cougars tie the game. Lindsey takes first pitch for a strike. 4 runs in, 8 batters to the plate. As Lindsey stands in on the 0-1. Popped him up on a fastball in. It's going to drift out of play. Lindsey falls in an 0-2 hole with 2 outs, runner on second base. The 0-2. Breaking ball, he left it right in the middle. Line drive at the left fielder who makes a catch at the kneecap.
That was awkward.
An 0-2 mistake that Curtis Lindsey hit as hard as his home run was hit. Unfortunately, low and right at the left fielder. So he's barreled up 2 balls today. But the Cougars tie the game 4-4 after 3. Top of the 4th. Corsairs sending up Reagan Nyberg, second baseman. Shows drag, pulls back, called strike. McDonald gets ahead 0-2.
Air, first baseman. Cook, no. No, Cookie threw it home.
Yeah, it's a fielder's choice. That's not air.
Fastball away, 1-2 count. He got on, that's right. Nyberg got on that push to score when Cook chose to go home instead of first, and McDonald makes short work of Nyberg, striking him out on swinging on a fastball away for the first out in the 4th. That brings up the third baseman, Ty Tarullo, who was out 3-6. Okay, the pitch is called a strike away that the catcher again doesn't catch. So the umpire is still seeing it as a strike and calling it a strike, and our catcher mishandled it. So we have 1 out, and the 0-1 is fouled off, moving the count to 0-2. Brazil had a base hit his last at bat. Got stranded at first and now swings and misses for strike 3. You hear the word shutdown innings often. Your team goes out and scores some runs. You want your pitcher to be real effective. McDonald struck out the first 2 batters and throws an 0-0 strike that gets hit in the left field for a base hit. So the 9-hole hitter gets his second hit. First hit. And that'll bring up leadoff batter Gavin Dansby. Dansby 0 for 2. With a ground out to third and a strikeout. McDonald breaking ball taken for a ball. 2 outs, runner on first base. 4-4 game. The Cougars were trailing 4-0 after 2. Scored 4 in the third to tie it up. The 1-1. Takes it for a strike. 1-1 the count. 2 outs. Don't takes the runner. Now makes a move over there back easily. Torrio has not attempted to steal all year long. McDonald's delivered to the plate. Fastball low and in taken. 2-1. The Cougar defense is playing them late in the outfield, straight up on the infield. 2 outs. Ground ball's got the option to go into second or first. And the 2-1 slide step taken for a strike on the outside part of the plate. 2-2. They use the slide step again to have a little quicker delivery to the plate. I just don't see this guy being a threat to run. But the 2-2 is on the way. He holds it, now picks. Two, 2 outs, runner on first. Another pickoff. Dansby the batter. Hitless in the second game. Next batter is Romero, a left-handed hitter. Good matchup if something should happen with Dansby. Fastball down the middle. Strike 3 swinging. McDonald strikes out the side. The Cougars get the shutdown inning they needed. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Tie game. Lassen, the Redwoods starter, coming out for his 4th inning of work. And he'll pitch to 8-hole hitter Caden Cripps. Cripps had a fly ball to center field in his last at-bat. Tie game, 4-4, bottom of 4th. The 0-0 pitch. Breaking ball hung, but fouled off over the first base dugout. That ball should have been hit a long way. Hanging breaking ball on 0-0. If you're going to swing at that, you got to hit it hard. The 0-1. Fastballs down the middle, a bit low, but called a strike. Cripps in a hole 0-2. And Lasseri has done a working man's job. He got hurt by an error. He's done a pretty good job. Breaking ball in the dirt on 0-2. So 1-2 to Cripps. Cougars could lead off runner on base. And the pitch. Way high. 2-2.
Come on, Cripps.
In the dirt, ball 3. 3-2. Good opportunity here. Best swing, no swing opportunity for Cripps now. He can get one he likes or take it for ball 4. And the breaking ball taken for strike 3.
Yeah, he wasn't ready to hit.
Cripps was on his way to first base like it was ball 4, but it was too close to take. I don't like that term much, but that was a strike. And here comes the 0-0 to Davenport. Half check swing. Appeals, no swing from the first base umpire.
He just flinched.
Davenport with a big base hit his last at bat. Shows bunt. Nice bunt down the third base line. Here comes the pitcher trying to make a big time play in the dirt. Base hit. That's going to go as a base hit for Davenport on a great drag bunt. So 1 out, runner on first base. That'll bring up leadoff hitter Jack Ingram. Ingraham is officially 1 for 1 with a single and a sacrifice.
No. That's not the same third baseman as the first game.
Davenport with no stolen attempts on the year. And Ingraham takes the first pitch for a strike, breaking ball.
But still. Yeah.
Ingraham can handle the bat. There's a lot that could happen right now. And the 0-1 on the way. Fastball away for a ball. Back pick at first. Davenport back easily. 1-1 count. And the pitch. Breaking ball up. 2-1. Did he say? Did he? So the umpire is saying it counts 1-2. It is 2-1. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Fastball fouled off.
That was 2-2.
That they should at least ask the home plate umpire if he has the same count. The umpire now shows that he does have the same count. It's wrong.
That was
The count should be 2-1.
or 2-2.
Ball's in the dirt. Davenport advances on it. The count goes to 2-2 on a breaking ball in the dirt that the runner advances on. So we have 1 out. Davenport on second. Ingraham the batter.
That's terrible.
This is not the time to try to move him. You need a single. You need a hard out. Even if it doesn't work out for you, a hard out is still a plus. The 2-2's on the way. Fly ball to shallow left field, excuse me. Ball's caught. Out number 2 is in the books. And that's going to bring up Caden Stetson. Stutzman is 1 for 2 with a run scored.
So much salt.
So another time for a good 2-out knock right now. Inside move by the pitcher. Second baseman barely covering, and Davenport is back easily. Miscommunication somewhere.
Switch spots with him, so that's okay.
Lasseri in the 0-0 count with 2 outs. Fastball taken right down the middle. Strike 1. They probably really want to get Stutzman with Sure up next. The open bag not in play right now. In the dirt, it's going to advance the runner to third. Again, the catcher, no block attempt. Just tried to glove it. It didn't work out for him. 1-1 the count. Runner on third base. 2 outs. Tie game in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch. Breaking ball. Hit relatively deep down the right field line. Drifting foul. Count 1-2. Outfield straight up. Infield straight up. 2 outs. The pitch.
Yes, sir.
Base hit up the middle. Cougs take the lead 5-4. Kind of a get-me-head breaking ball that Stutzman stayed right on and drove it to center field. Big 2-out knock, giving the Cougars a lead 5-4 and bringing Sure to the plate.
Oh, no. Yeah, so most speed for sure.
Stutzman attempts to steal.
Little 60 hopper.
Not a good throw from the catcher, and Stutzman's in easily at second base. Sure, the batter. 1 for 1 with a double. And that run that scored for the Cougars was good Cougar baseball. Drag bunt to start the inning by the 9-hole guy. Got him to second, and a big 2-out knock, giving the Cougars the lead. The 0-0 pitch. Fastball grounded up the middle. Shortstop makes the play, throws across the diamond, scooped by the first baseman. Third out is done. But not before the Cougars take the lead. 5-4, heading to the top of the fifth. McDonald coming out for his third starting inning. He's thrown 2+ after coming in relief in the second inning for Danny May. Struck out the side in the fourth. Now pitching with a 5-4 lead. He is the pitcher of record right now. And the 0-0 pitch on the way. Taken up for a ball. You got telltale signs on pitchers. 2-0. When a average fastball guy starts missing up, he's either overthrowing or getting a little bit tired. Now McDonald's is striking outside, goes 2-0 to the leadoff batter. Lefty matchup with Romero from Corsairs. The 2-0 pitch away, ball 3. Romero got on via the hit by pitch in the second inning, was stranded at first base, and the 3-0. Strike, 3-1. The windup, the pitch. Fastball popped up, lazy down the left field line. Out of play. But McDonald's fought his way all the way back. Again, another situation that just let him hit it. Throw the number 1, see what happens. Is that fastball? And they did not throw a fastball. It looked like some type of slider that ended up and away for ball 4. Leadoff walks. everybody's Achilles heel. That's going to be Blake Browning to plate, who's 0 for 2. I would think they are going to short game a little bit. They show it. He bunts it. McDonald fields it, goes to second base for the lead out, and they get the lead out.
Good play.
So McDonald comes out the mound quickly, very athletic, throws to second base and gets the lead out. Redwoods head coach is going to come out and argue that he did not stay on the bag. There's no one to appeal it to because the part of the bag he missed was going to be 3 people in between them and the home plate umpire. So he questions them lightly, and now the runner retreats back to the dugout. So the sacrifice unsuccessful due to a great athletic play by McDonald, leaving a runner on first base. And now Cam Woody at the plate. Woody scored a run when he got walked in the second inning. And the first pitch is a ball. Second, 1-1, called strike.
Looks like rolling.
The 1-1, breaking ball down, 2-1. Don't know if I would have gone to second on that play. It was too close. But McDonald, very athletic, got off the mound quickly. And it worked out. That's what's important. Now, if it doesn't work out, you have a whole different conversation going. The Cougars are a 1-run lead, 3-1 pitch to Whitty. Strike, fastball down the middle of the plate. Whitty was halfway going to first base and then never really left the box but went to throw the bat on a perfectly good strike call. Now the 3-2 pitch. Pickoff move, caught him leaning a little bit and banged him out.
What the heck, dude?
He was leaning, and an above average move from McDonald clears the bases for him.
Yeah, get back to your dugout, Tubby.
So now Whitty's batting with a 3-2 out count. He just got caught leaning and couldn't get back to the bag quick enough. The 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. No runs for Redwoods. The Cougars escape after walking the leadoff batter and will be coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th. With the score, Lassen 5, Redwoods 4. Lasseri finishes up his warm-up pitches. Coming out for his 5th inning, he'll be facing Jacob Cook, the Cougars' first baseman. Cook 0 for 2 with a run scored. Got on base via the error. And really was the error that broke Redwoods back that inning. It was a weak ground ball to second that he had all day to throw. And then once he bobbled it, the 0-0 fly to left field. He misjudges it. Now comes running in and makes the catch. Out number 1. But the second baseman had all day to throw out a below average runner. Kicked it, still had time, then threw it away at first base, allowing the run to score from third and bat a runner to end up at second. But the fly out leads to out number 1. And Rackham hits the first pitch right to third base, who bobbles it, throws the first high, the tag, the bobble, missed. Rackham will be on first base, E5. That'll be E5. Now Nathan Rowley will come to bat. He's the DH today. He's 0 for 2. Also got on by an error for the second baseman. So 1 out. He takes the 0-0 pitch and pops it to second base, who makes the catch for the second out. That's, I think all 3 guys have now swung at the first pitch this inning. So there's 2 outs. Rackham still at first base. He is a threat to run. And Curtis Lindsay to the plate, who's put the barrel to. Rackham runs. Ball's taken up. Ball's thrown to second. It's on time. And Rackham is out at second base. So the Cougars inning's over here in the bottom of the 5th. On the throw out at second, Lindsay will lead off the bottom of the 6th. But the Cougs are done in the 5th, and the game is 5-4. Lassen. McDonald takes the mound for the Cougars again here in the top of the 6th. McDonald's an ultra competitive guy, and he can fill many roles for you on the mound. He can start as a third game starter. He can relieve in the middle, or he can even close the game because he has enough funk to be able to do that. He also is a part-time outfielder. So he starts off. His first pitch fouled on the left field line. The batter for Redwoods is Zach Cole. 0 for 1 officially. Scored a run in Redwoods' four-run second inning. Fastball in the dirt. Maybe a changeup. 1-1 count. One count. There's the pitch. Shows bunt. Bunts down the third base line. A pretty good bunt. Catcher comes up and throws the first.
Oh, what? No.
So the catcher makes a nice play. Draws Cook into foul ball territory. He used his footwork well to stay on it. There's an argument right now whether he did or not. Zach Cole is still on the ground, but now he gets up. Now this is another appeal where the base umpire is asking the home plate umpire for help on a ball that there's no way the home plate umpire could have seen. there's zero chance that the home plate umpire had a better view than the base umpire that was not going to get overruled. I could understand Frank being frustrated with it, but it was not going to get overruled just on logistics alone. So the leadoff batter bunts his way on. I want to give him a base hit because it was a really good bunt, and the catcher made a really good play out of it, but it just didn't work out. So Redwoods had the leadoff runner on. Parker Rogers, the batter. He's 0 for 2 in the game. And the pitch, he shows bunt, pulls it back, ball 1. So we're at the 6 hole. Probably is short game applicable right now. And the pitch, he shows it again. He fouls that ball off, trying to bunt it, making the count 1-1. Slight hesitation by Davenport to field that bunt, just slight. The ball died, and here's the bunt attempt again is fouled off, driving the count to 1-2. So that ball on a normal spring day would have traveled farther, but because of the sogginess of the field, a ball that somebody else would have fielded ended up being his ball, and he just hesitated just slightly. Drew his throw off a little bit, and the runner was safe. Runner on first, 1-2 count, no outs, top of 6. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped in and out of the catcher's glove. Count remains 1-2. And the short game opportunity for the Redwoods kind of goes away with the 2 fouled off bunts. Decent lead at first. One runner's already been picked off. McDonald comes set, goes to the plate, breaking ball in the dirt. 2-2 the count. Good place for that 1-2 pitch right there. You can survive that. Again, McDonald 3+ innings is not giving up a run. And it's kind of sailed through it. Runner at first, no outs. The 2-2 on the way. But he picks first, back easily. That was the show me pick. That was not the one he wanted to get him out on. Most pitchers have a show me, a casual pick, and then a pick I want him out pick, and that was definitely a casual pick. So we try the 2-2 again. And the plate, fastball away. Looked good, but taken away for ball 3. So Cougars getting in a little bit of a jam here with a 3-2 pitch on the way with a runner on first base and no outs. The pitch, again, taken really good. And Davenport held the glove out there for a long time. That's not something you want to do to an umpire. You're not going to freeze it that long and the umpire be okay with it. But it goes for ball 4. So Cole and Rogers on bases with no outs. And Nyberg, the batter, struck out his last appearance. He should be bunting right now. They're holding the runner tight at second. He shows bunt, pulls back, strike 1 on a ball up. Game, from an umpire standpoint, is getting a little bit shaky at this point. Maybe the lights need to go on or something. But the zone's been shaky. There's been some questionable calls both ways, not favoring anybody. Lassen still holding the runner tight at second. He shows bunt again and fouls it off again. So now 4 attempts at the bunt in this inning alone, all go foul. And at the end of the day, when you go back to your hotel and you talk about it, those are the things that are really going to come back and bite you. It hasn't hurt on this inning because of the walk and the bunt base hit, but the count's 0-2. They try to pick it second. It's not thrown very well. They might have had the guy. The ball not thrown very well, but Ingraham does a great job of keeping the ball in front of him. And we'll try 0-2 all over again. Pitch on the way. Fastball above the shoulders, fouled off. Nyberg not helping himself in this at bat. Again, McDonald was very athletic off the bump. If they bunt the ball hard back to their mound, they can get that lead out at third. But they won't bunt with 2 strikes. And the pitch is on the way. Breaking ball.
Yes, sir. Chris.
Softly.
Got him. Yes, sir.
What?
Let's go.
Here we go. So the ball was softly hit down the third base line that Cripps dove and caught and foul ball territory. It was a great catch, but the ball was not hit hard. And what the runner at second was doing, I don't know. He was so far off the bag that Cripps dove, got up, and threw to second and forced him out of second for a double play, virtually running Redwoods out of the inning.
Second base. The guy on second base.
So now there's 2 outs and a soft line drive, foul ball, and a pick to first base. He has a 1 foot lead. He literally has a 1 foot lead at first. We throw a pick. So they must know something about him. So counts 0-0. The hitter's now Strasburg, who takes first pitch for a strike.
Let's get out of here, bro. Get some insurance.
0-2 pitch. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off for 0-2. Strasburg behind in the count. 0-2. And again, McDonald pitching out of a first and second no-out situation. And the pitch. Breaking ball swung and missed in the dirt.
Let's go, baby.
The runner does not make an attempt to run to first. And Davenport tags him out easily. So take your hat off. McDonald gets out of a first and second no-out situation. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Lassen up 5-4.
Go, Kurt.
So Curtis Lindsey will start off the bottom of the 6th for the Cougars. He was up last inning. He was the hitter at the plate when Rackham got thrown out at second, attempting to steal. So he's back up here now. He's hit 2 balls hard today, 1 for a home run, 1 for an out. And he swings at a fastball up for strike 1. Lassen, starting pitcher for Redwoods, back in the mound for his 6th inning of work. He's done a pretty good job. And his fastball taken for a strike. And Lindsey quickly behind 0-2. Lassen was hurt in that big third inning for the Cougars on errors. So Curtis Lindsey takes an 0-2 lazy breaking ball.
What the heck?
And he lines it to left field that the third baseman dove over. I believe it goes for a base hit, but it's something that should have been handled by the third baseman. And the Cougars are in business in the bottom of the 6th with a leadoff runner on. Short game is in order. Cripps shows it and pulls back for a ball. So Lindsey at first, Cripps at the plate. Cripps 0-2. He'll be bunting again. Shows it. Bunts it to the third baseman. A great bunt. It's going to be a tough play for the third baseman. He's safe.
That's beautiful bunt. That's a beautiful bunt.
He's safe at first.
Wait.
Wait a minute. Something's happening now. The umpire.
What are you mad at?
We're not sure what the argument could be. Not sure what they could be arguing. So here we go. Runners at second and first. Nobody out. Davenport guaranteed to be bunting right now. Redwoods head coach comes out to talk to the infielders and pitcher. There's some activity in Redwoods bullpen, although the guy's still in his warm-up jacket. Light rain coming down. Lassen talking about what's going to go on. Something's going to happen with the 9-hole hitter up with first and second. Nobody out in a one-run game. It's a matter of what he wants to do. Sack, drag, slash. Not going to hit and run with no outs because then a line drive would be a triple play if it's caught. But you're going to end up doing something here. You almost have to. Davenport is 2 for 2 in this game. One of them being a drag bunt. And he scored a couple runs. Even though he's 2-2, I would feel good making a bet that some type of short game is going to happen here. Maybe give him a swing, but I'm thinking short game right now. Lindsay leads from second. Cripps from first. He shows drag bunt, takes it up for a ball. First baseman is crashing very hard, almost like Redwoods is looking for a play to kill at third. Again, the third baseman won't charge unless something's hard at him. Curtis runs average at best. And the 1-1 on the way. The bunt shown, bunted, fouled on the third base line. One count. Short game still in order. First and second, 1-1 count, no outs. Cougs looking to break things open. Shows one again, takes it in the dirt. Both runners read and advance. Second and third, no outs. 2-1 count. Now the push to score comes into play. Lassen's kind of known for that. They work it all the time. And the first base for Redwoods is way in with an average runner at best at third. So the whole combination is not there. Redwoods is giving up the run in the middle. The second baseman is completely out of position right now.
I like it.
Davenport swings at a breaking ball, 2-2. The first base backs back up, and the second baseman heads back to somewhat normal positioning. Middle infielders are still back. Here's the pitch. Taken away. Driving to count full. Now, Redwoods played the infield in, down 7 or 8. Playing it back, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball up for strike 3. And now they're playing him back in a 1-run game. Runners remain at second and third. The batter will be Jack Ingraham, the shortstop. Jack had a base hit his first at bat. A sacrifice and a fly ball to left field. And the 0 pitch on the way. Breaking ball high, he grounds it, foul to first. Falls by an 0-1 on probably, which would have been ball 1. A little bit anxious. Lindsay at third. Cripps with a healthy lead at second. The 0-1 on the way. Up and in. Ball. Counts 1-1. A lot of ways to score a run right now. Any base hit. Any ground ball to second or short. Any fly ball. Fastball. That ball's down. It's called for a strike. The count goes to 1-2, but that ball's down. Putting Jack in a hole, but it happens. Got to be resilient. And the 1-2 pitch is on the way. He hits a sinking line drive to left field. Is going to score a run. Left fielder catches it, throws the ball in. Lindsay will score. Cripps remains at second. And Ingraham gets a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Lindsay scored, bringing Stutzman to the plate. Stutzman with 2 base hits. He's had a good doubleheader. Runner on second, 2 outs. The pitch, breaking ball, up, ball 1. Lasseri with the 1-0 delivery. Fastball up in the zone, called a strike. We're getting pretty liberal with that strike zone, but Lassen will take it, being as they have a lead. They like the bigger strike zone. When you get the lead, you like it. We have a runner on second, 1-1 count, 2 outs. The pitch to Stutzman in the dirt. Count goes to 2-1. Lassen scored earlier in the inning on a sacrifice fly, making the score 6-4. Now we have the 2-1 pitch to Stutzman. Breaking ball lazy, grounded to first. He'll handle it unassisted to first base, and the inning's over. But the Cougars tack 1 on and lead 6-4 after 6. Coach Sorensen and Avila are choosing to run McDonald back out again this inning. Fully understand it. He's shown up 4 zeros plus the cleanup in inning number 2. So he'll be facing Trio, who takes the first ball in the dirt for a ball. 9-hole hitter for the Corsairs, has a base hit in 2 tries. And the 1-0 pitch is on the way. Fastball up, 2-0. Rain seems to have gone away. Infield, perfect condition right now. 2-0 pitch. Right down the middle. Strike 1. Two-one pitch. Again, I'm sorry, man. That pitch is up and away. It goes for strike 2. Happy for the Cougars, but this is getting sloppy right now. The zone has really just gone to who the heck knows where it's at right now. But the 2-2 pitch favored the Cougars. Here it comes. Fastball up and away, swing and a miss, strike 3. And you almost have to swing at that pitch after the other calls. McDonald, the pitcher record for the Cougs right now, holding on to a 2-run lead. 1 out here in the 7th. Leadoff hitter Gavin Dansby, the batter. 2 strikeouts and round out the 3rd. Takes the first pitch strike. So McDonald gets ahead in the count right now. There is some activity in Lassen's bullpen and some in Redwoods bullpen. And the 0-1 taken for a ball, 1-1. The 1-1 offering. Fastball thrown down the middle, popped up to second base. He gives up to the right fielder calling it, who catches it running in. And Curtis Lindsey makes the catch, running hard in on it. Worked out perfectly. Second baseman called it. Right fielder called it. Second baseman gave it to him, and it worked out just the way you're supposed to. The Cougars get their second out easily on a pop-up to right field. And that'll bring up Raul Soto Romero on another lefty-lefty matchup for the Cougs. Fastball swing and miss, strike one.
4-0.
He just looks in pain every time he swings the bat. Grimacing some kind. He dropped the bat earlier in the first game of the doubleheader, and he looked like he winced a little bit there. 1-1 break. 0-1 breaking ball taken for a ball. 2 outs, 1-1 count. Lassen up 6-4 in the top of the seventh. Fastball right down the middle, taken for a called strike, running the count to 1-2. Can't say enough about the job McDonald has done. 4 zeros, plus cleaning up the mess in the second inning, and on the verge of his 5th 0 right now. The 1-2 half check swing on a breaking ball. No one asked for help. So it's 2-2. This is the guy you want right now. You got him on the hook. You just got to reel him in. Breaking ball dribbled to the mound. He runs the ball halfway to first, flips to the Cook, inning over. And another great inning for McDonald. Throws up his 5th 0, giving the Cook a chance to win the game. At the end of 6.5, Cougars up 2. New pitcher for the College of the Redwoods is Christian Katnick. He has a +10 ERA, 16 innings pitched, 18 hits, 17 walks, and 12 strikeouts. So command an issue again. And he'll be facing off Matt Schur, leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Cougars. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Good time of the order to get a couple more insurance runs on there. The 1-0, base hit up the middle. Fastball right down the middle, went right back up the middle with it. Good piece of hitting by Schur. Now he can run. He's definitely a threat to steal. The left-hander puts a little bit of quirk into things. They can run first movement and see if the first baseman can exchange the ball with the shortstop. They might short game with Cook. Cook, a below average runner, is a tailor-made double play ball on the pitch. He's showing bunt, pulls it back, ball one. So sure on first base with a base hit to center field to start off the bottom of the seventh. And 1-0 count to Cook. He doesn't show bunt. It's up and away. Ball two. Good running count right now. He has to throw a strike. The batter could swing and protect. Step off pick. Back pretty easily. Pretty good snap move right there. And the 2-0 on the way. Way up. And that stat I read you earlier, Katnick having 17 walks in 16 innings, is hurting him at this point right now. And the 3-0 is taken ball for. Not even close. With runners on first and second. Some activity in Redwoods bullpen. That brings Zach Rackman to the plate. Over 2, fly ball to right, strikeout, E5. They might short game him too. It's a part of the game where you need an insurance run, but he also hit the middle of the order. He does not show bunt, and he takes it up and away. And Redwoods can't wait around for this guy to find it. They're down 2 already. They're down to 6 outs. And McDonald's is lights out right now. So the 1-0's on the way. They're stealing, double steal, ball in the dirt. Gets to the backstop. Pitcher does not cover. Stutzman keeps running. He's going to score from second on a stolen base to third. A pass ball, and he goes from second to home.
No way.
And now there's some more confusion. There's some more. We don't know what's going on right now. So they're going to say that it hit the batter, Rackham.
Whatever. Bases loaded, no out.
So Scherzer goes back to third, Cook back to second, and Rackham's awarded first. Bringing up Nate Raleigh. Again, now no outs, and Redwoods is playing their infield back in the bottom of the seventh with bases loaded. No outs. Down 1-0. Good chance for the Cougars to break this game open right now with the bases loaded and nobody out. Rowley at the plate. Here's the 1-0. Taken for a strike. 1-1. Need something positive right now, and here's the 1-1. Popped up shallow right field. It's not going to get caught. The second baseman and the right fielder couldn't get there. That'll be a single and an RBI for Rowley, but not one you're going to brag about when you get back to the dugout. Poorly hit, but got the job done and increased the Cougars' lead. Bases are still loaded. Still no outs. And Curtis Lindsay to the plate. Swings and misses at a breakable in the dirt.
Pull out the 9. Same way.
The Cougars do score a run. And the 0-1 on the way. Again, in the dirt, catcher does a nice job of blocking and no one advances. And they really got the RBI single
Weather permitting.
on a blue base hit to right field. Redwoods still with the infield back. They're willing to give up runs in the 8th inning. Curtis Lindsey takes a breaking ball for a strike. Count goes to 1-2. I disagree with the positioning of their infielders. I think you can't afford to give up a run, even if you get a double play, and the pitch is on the way. Strike at 3 on a swing and a miss on an outside pitch. So it goes 1 out. Base is still loaded. Cougars have increased their lead by 1, looking for more, and Caden Cripps comes to the plate. Caden had a great drag bunt hit. Backwards K and a fly out to center field. Here's the 0-0. Fastball in, called a strike. Falls behind 0-1. Again, a bunch of ways to score a run right now. Looking to increase their lead in the 0-1. Breaking ball. Taken for a ball. And again, both teams are finding the strike zone a mystery. The 1-1 is on the way. Fastball away, taken for a strike. Slowly hit ground ball to the middle is going to be a run. Any base hit's going to be a run. Fly ball out. And he pops up the ball to very shallow center field. Center fielder calls off the shortstop. He catches it. They're going to try to tag him up. Now it's a bluff. He calls it off. And a good call by Coach Foreman at third. Cook, a below average runner, gave it a heck of a bluff. Made the ball go to home. And the whole purpose of that is to see if it gets by the catcher. The pitcher was not there backing up. And the throw was on the money. So it's 2 outs. And Davenport, once again, the batter. Takes a first pitch strike. Two base hits and a strikeout for Davenport in game 2. And the 0-1 on the way in the dirt, blocked nicely by the catcher, preventing another run from scoring. Lassen wants to get more than 1 out of this. And they got the top of the order up next. If Davenport can find his way on, top of the order will be up. 2 outs, 1-1 pitch, bases loaded. Ground ball to third, who tackles it and then steps on third for the out. So the Cougars get out. Get out of the end. They score 1, and we're hoping for more. They had plenty of opportunity, but could only cash in 1 on a bloop base hit by Rowley to score the run. So at the end of 7 full, Cougars 7, Redwoods 4. So in the top of the 8th, Drew Bedbury is going to come in as a defense replacement for Cook at first base. McDonald will come out for his 6+ inning of work. He's thrown up 5 zeros, hasn't given up an earned run, and cleaned up a mess in the second inning. They're riding that horse through this inning. And the first pitch by McDonald swung and missed by Blake Browning. Can't say enough about the job McDonald has done here in relief. And the 0-1 on the way. Hit the shallow right field. Lindsey's there. Makes the catch. Out number 1.
Five zeros.
Woody the batter. And the 0-0 pitch on the way. Check swing. Either called strike or called swing. And we're not sure which one. Okay, that was called a strike. And it was up. And it was a ball. But it helps the Cougs. It's 0-1. And the Cougars have been hurt by the zone just as much as Redwoods have. And here we go. We got a 0-1 pitch that should have hit him. And the Redwoods batter, Woody, jumped out of the way of it. Instead of creating a run opportunity, he moved out of the way. So the 1-1's on the way with 1 out. Fastball, called strike, 1-2. Lassen up 3, the 8th.
I went 2 for 2 and I got hit by a pitch 4 times. We won in game 13-12. That was the best team in our league that we beat.
1-2 count, 1 out. Sidearm delivery, fouled off the first base side. I need someone to go to my car and see if my phone's up there. 1-2. McDonald rocks, throws, breaking ball, hit to medium left field. Now he runs in on it, makes the catch. Second out's in the book.
Yeah. I've done that a few times before.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Zach Cole.
Double bubble.
0 for 1 with 2 walks, a run scored, and a fly ball to right field. Cougars down to needing 4 outs to secure the sweep. Breaking ball down, ball 1. The 1-0 on the way. Fastball up, fouled off. 1-1 to count. The 1-1, another little sidearm delivery, swung and fouled off at the plate. That's the funkiness I was telling you that McDonald has. He can drop the ball down a little bit. He can quick pitch. He does a lot of little things, and he can command the zone with 3 different pitches. When he does that, he's really effective. Right now, the count's 1-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Changeup, something off speed, fouled off at the plate. The weather is held out.
Yeah, it is. That's Sunday.
Fastball popped up to second base. Should be the 3rd out. Rackham's there, makes the catch. Corsairs are down in the 8th. Cougars lead 7-4 after 7.5. And are looking for 3 more outs to complete the sweep. Christian Katnick coming out for his second inning of work. Gave up a run in the 7th on a bloop single. Walker guy. Now he's got the leadoff batter, Jack Ingraham. Ingraham is 1 for 3 with a base hit and a sacrifice bunt and a couple of F7s. Never too late for a couple more insurance runs. And now Redwoods pitcher, Katnick, has fallen to the ground after his warm-up pitches. He took a knee. He's grimacing, holding his rib cage.
He's almost taller than Ember on his knees.
So we'll see what happens. Ember Whipple, the head athletic trainer for Lassen College, is out examining him. He still looks like he's in some type of pain. If he has to come out, the reliever for Redwoods will have as many pitches as he wants to get ready on the field mound. So if you're cold, we're not hoping for that. He just pulls something. Hopefully it's not a rib cage because those things last forever. Pulled rib muscle or a broken rib, whatever that might be, they never go away. Now, Coach Avila's out making nice with the home plate umpire. Now, Ember has left the mound. Katnick's going to try to throw a couple warm-up pitches to see if he's okay to throw. He grabs his rib again after the pitch, but is going to throw another one. He seems to say he's okay. They're breaking up the mound. So after the delay, it's still going to be Jack Ingraham at the plate for the Cougars with no outs. And the Cougars looking to have a couple more insurance runs. You always want to get to that 5-run lead. 5-run lead means one swing of the bat can't beat you. Because even if they hit a grand slam, they still have one. Ingram shows bunt, a nice bunt to third base when he comes in. He struggled making the play today, but he makes that one, even though he drives the first baseman into foul ball territory to make the catch. The out is recorded. Ingram's out on the drag bunt attempt. There's one out, and Caden Stutzman is going to be the batter. Stutzman with a couple base hits this game. He had a couple in last game, too. He gets hit with the first pitch.
Umpire gets hit too.
So on the first pitch, Stutzman becomes a threat to run. I think he's 6 for 6 in stolen bases this year. And you got Sure up. Sure, a very good hitter. He's had a very good doubleheader. So there are a ton of options. He runs good. He swing and miss at the first pitch. Stutzman stays in place. So, Sure bats with one out, and Stutzman at first. 0-1 the count. There's a pickoff move. Above average. Above average move. Stutzman back easily. And there goes it. First movement pick. It goes to second, and Stutzman has stole the base, even though they picked it at first. The exchange between the first base and the shortstop wasn't quite there, and Stutzman's speed did the rest. One out, runner on second base after the steal, and the count is 0-1 to Sure. Middle of the Cougar order with Bradbury on deck. Breaking ball way up and away. 1-1. Bradbury came in for defensive purposes for Cook last inning. He's the on deck hitter. One out, 1-1 count. Kitnick on the way. Fastball up. That sure swings through. That was ball 2. He's an aggressive hitter, and he swung at it out of the zone. Falls behind on the count 1-2 with Stutzman at second base. He is a steal to threat. Does not. And he fouls off another fastball up. That's ball 3, folks. But he fouled it off. You just let him do what he's going to do. He's a really good hitter, but those are pitches that situationally he needs to take. Stutzman with a modest lead. He's edging off. He's timing it. Does not steal. Breaking ball, grounded to first base. Past the first baseman on the right field line. Sure is going to go for 2. And he's going to be in there easily scoring. Stutzman from second base. Now the ball gets by the shortstop. The third baseman backing up makes the play. Sure is kept at second base with an RBI double, scoring Stutzman.
Coach, these are for you.
So 1 insurance run added. And Bradbury has a chance to add another one. We're sure at second base, who again is and he gets a huge jump and calls it off. Pitch up in the strike zone, called a strike. They need to watch Sure. There's absolutely nobody holding him at this point. Nobody's close enough to get him out, and he's timing him off the base. 1 look. Inside move. That inside move accounts for why the second baseman was so far off the bag. Now he closes the gap a little bit. Pretty good lead. No steal, block, feet, doesn't find it. And after a long delay, Sure is going to end up at third base. Nobody communicated with the catcher that the ball was right at his feet. Nobody communicated with him, so after a long delay, Sure ends up at third. Redwoods now moves their infield in an 8-4 game. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Here comes the push to score. It goes back to the mound. Sure calls it off. And the pitcher makes the out easily. The bunt not executed well. They need that ball to go to the first baseman, and it went back to the pitcher. And wisely, Coach Foreman and Sure called it off, and it goes as an easy out, but it was an attempt to increase the lead. Two outs, runner on third. 1-0 in the dirt with Rackham the batter. Rackham 0 for 3, did reach base in the 7th on a hit batsman. And he's ahead 1-0 in the account right now. Fastball swung and missed.
Let's go, brother Rackham.
Let's go, Zackham, bit.
1-1 count. Good time for a 2-out knock to increase that lead to 5. The pitch. Away. A delay sealed home. And Sure basically steals home. So he timed it. When the catcher threw it back to the pitcher, Sure broke for home and scored. Here's where the problem is. Every time the catcher receives the ball, he needs to check the runner before he returns the ball back to the pitcher. Obviously, Coach Avila saw that wasn't happening. He put a play on, and the steal of home was easy. It wasn't even close. And now the count goes to 3-1 to Rackham. So the Cougars get that 5th run and lead 9-4. And he takes, again, Rackham's halfway to first base on ball 4, and the umpire calls it a strike. Up in the zone. This is different than last game, guys. Everybody expected the zone to be big. once the deficit got so big. But in a 5-run game, there's no need for the zone. And the 3-2 pitch this time is taken for ball 4. 2 outs, runner on first base, and Nathan Raleigh the batter. Coach Ilo's making his way to the mound slowly. Is not called to the bullpen yet. The guy in the bullpen still has his jacket on, but now the move's being made. Reliever takes off his jacket and he's on his way out to the mound. So the reliever will be number 12, Isaiah Jimenez Callis. It's a 3.86 ERA. No wins, no losses on 3 appearances. He's pitched 2 1/3 innings. And he just wants to get out of the inning and try to keep Redwoods within striking range. Long layoff for McDonald in Lassen's dugout. Remember last week, the long layoff hurt the Lassen pitchers. It hurt the Feather pitchers too. But he's going to be pitching to Nathan Raleigh. 0-0, 2 outs. Rackham a base stealing threat at first base. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit. Gets through. Rackham is going first to third. The ball's going to be sent all the way to third, allowing Raleigh to end up at second base. So the base hit puts runners on second and third, 2 outs. That'll bring Curtis Lindsay to the plate with a chance to change the score. 2 outs, 0-0 count. The pitch. Breaking ball. Ball. Breaking ball up, taken for a ball. 1-0 the count to Curtis Lindsay. Hit the ball hard a couple times today. And the pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. 1-1. One pitch with 2 outs. Breaking ball. Hit pretty well to left field. Left field is going back, way back, off the wall.
No.
Curtis Lindsay will be in there with a double, scoring 2 more runs. And I don't know if Curtis was admiring that ball or not, but he felt the need to slide at second base on a ball that hit off the wall. So I got a feeling he was probably admiring that a little bit. And it was a well-hit ball. That's 3 hard-hit balls today, 2 for extra base hits. Now he's at second base after scoring 2 runs. Giving up the Cougars a 7-run lead.
That's a big one or something too. Heck yeah, Kurt.
Cripps gets hit by a pitch, and that'll bring Davenport to the plate. Davenport the batter. Bases, runners at second and first, 2 outs. This is the 9th batter of the inning for the Cougars. Fastball hit for a double down the left field line. Going to score 2 more runs. Oh, the ball comes in. And Davenport has a stand-up double and 2 more RBIs. That's going to go to the top of the order with Jack Ingraham.
He missed third.
He missed third.
Who, Curtis or Cripps?
So what was a close game has now turned into a 9-run blowout. And it's not over yet. The Cougars have run on second with 2 outs and top of the order up. Breaking ball grounded off his. There's no foul ball called by the umpire. Now there is. Really late. You guys are struggling. Davenport will go back to third. Ingraham never left the box. It probably should have, as there was no foul ball call. But it did clearly hit off his foot. But if they don't see it, it didn't hit off his foot. So he goes behind 0-1 with 2 outs. Runner on second base. Cougs up 9. Another breaking ball. Hit a little flare to right field. Right fielder comes in on the run and catches it. So the inning's over, but the Cougars put up 6 and lead 13-4 here in the top of the 9th.
J-Mac still in.
Jack McDonald coming out in the 9th after a long layoff. But he's thrown up 6 zeros, plus got out of a mess in the second inning. It's pitched outstanding today. He'll be pitching to the 5-6-hole hitter, Parker Rogers. 0 for 2 today. First pitch called strike. Fastball jammed him. McDonald makes a very athletic play on a ground ball and throws him out at first base. You'll rarely see a ball where a pitcher leaves his feet on a ground ball. He did and made an easy out on a ball on a tough play. He's been his own best friend today. Pitched well, played athletically, kept his team in a game that they were down 4-0 and gave him a chance to score a bunch of runs. Reagan Nyberg takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 to count with 1 out. Cougs need 2 outs for the sweep. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball right there, strike 2. The 0-2. Sidearm delivery taken away for a ball. 1-2 to count. The 1-2 on the way. Fastball, line softly to left field, base hit. Oh, the Corsairs get a base hit. From Regan Nyberg. So that will leave Dante Trezullo to the plate. He's at 2 strikeouts and a base hit today. .24, Mateo Ham will come in a pinch run for Nyberg.
Coach Frank just said, "Save it, man. Don't throw the ball. I'm stealing every time."
The 0-0 pitch. Fastball line to the shortstop, and the pinch runner, took off running on line drive to double him off at third and to complete the sweep for the Cougars. There you go, folks. Cougar sweep, winning by a score of 13-4, putting them in good shape for Game 3 tomorrow. Start soon. Have a great Good Friday.